Hello, and welcome to ATM10 To the Sky. Are you serious about playing this pack? Are you committed to playing this pack? Well, I'm also serious and committed to giving you almost an hour and a half of some of the tips and tricks I know about this pack. Even though I can't give you details or tell you how to do certain things, I jam-packed some of the things I know into this video to give you some idea on how to progress through a pack like this. I'm giving you a lot here, even though it's all general knowledge and guidance. There's no dead air, no cut footage, no edits, just non-stop talking. So if you're here looking for a much shorter video, this ain't it. If you're here looking for chapters, there ain't any. All of this is important in my book. You can press the arrow key a few times or speed up the video if you want. Hey, I warned you. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy and learn some new things from it. Hello and greetings. It looks like you want to play all the mods 10 to the sky. Well, I got just the thing for you, and this is a tips and tricks video of some of the things that you can do in order to help you get started and go through the pack. So yeah, let's get started, yeah? So anyway, when you are spawning on into this world, you can have access to a couple of islands of your so choosing. So if you go to chapter 1, starting out right there, it can give you some pretty nice pictures of some of the islands that you can start out on, such as this one, the camper van right there. You can start out with a really nice looking house right there. I don't know, is this like a wizard place or some kind of witch's hut? I'm not quite sure. You can start out on a pig. I hope there's like some kind of pork inside there, starter fruit and stuff. Here's the original skyblock map right there. Look at that. Kind of gives you, kind of takes you back to that. Here is another sky island that you can pick. That one looks like a witch's hut right there. You can start out with this particular place right there. Looks like a nice little farm area. So cool. So yeah, when you're starting out, just pick the island that you want. But of course, if you pick like something like this, the island that I chose, you get like a whole bunch of stuff to play around with. You get like a nice dirt path over here. You get some moss blocks over here, and most of the islands made of terracotta, which can help you later on. You get like a whole bunch of space, and then you get a nice camper van for you to sleep around in. And you have that security from, let's say, mobs. Even though that you have like feral lanterns all of the island, and nothing can spawn on there. So yeah, you have space, security. You have like dirt blocks you can borrow and then put back and fix up the island and stuff later. And not quite sure about the islands, but the other islands, but this one probably has the same materials right there. And so does this one, really. And this one gives you some materials to start out with. But you want a challenge, well, you can start with this one. And I heard in a recent update, you can have like just like very little, maybe a smaller island than this one, to start out with. So yeah, pick the Star Island that has stuff on it. That'll help you out. That will definitely help you out. So anyway, in chapter 1, starting out, it kind of teaches you the basics of ex georum. It used to be called ex nihilo, and that's like getting stuff out of nothing. But I think it's like called out of nothing. So yeah. So what this particular mod is about is that, well, you're starting on a skyblock island, you have nothing, so let's give you a tree, and then you can start from there, give you like very minimal stuff, and from all of that, you can get everything else in the pack. So yeah, there's that. So knowing the basics of next Ex Nihilo, those skyblock mod mechanics, such as right click in the ground, just go over here, go to the dirt, and then you can just like shift right click, and you just get like stone pebbles and everything like that. I think that was like part of Botania. I think it's still part of Botania, right? It's like, no, that's Ex Duorum now. Oh, okay, sure. We'll just put that away now. Yeah. So when you're starting out, right click the ground, do the usual Ex Nihilo stuff. You can also do the tricking thing for the crops and the trees and everything in order to make it grow, That's also a thing, like that. Come on, grow. There we go. And then you can get the silkworms and then just get string from the old leaves. Yeah. So everything in this particular chapter, it'll probably teach you like most of the stuff in Ex Duorum in order to help you get started on your Skyblock, and with the Skyblock mod mechanics right there. So yeah, trucking it for the crops and trees. You know, right click the ground for stone. There are ways to get you stuff out of nothing. Like, you can do the sieving. As you can see right down here, I have a couple of sieves right there. So you remember this, right? If you ever played like a Skyblock map or a Skyblock pack, you get all these nice, wonderful oak sieves and the meshes, the different meshes that you can use in order to sieve for stuff such as gravel, dirt, and whatnot. You know, get some nice dirt out of here, right there, and then you can sieve it. It's all, you know, cool. And then you get like a whole bunch of stuff. Look at all the stuff you get right out of nothing. It's just right out of nothing. So yeah, sieving, barrels. We also have the barrels that you can play around with, just to get you dirt, clay, whatever. And yeah, you can go to JEI. JEI is your friend when it comes to the Nihilo stuff, Geores, Skyblock mods, packs, and stuff like that. So you just go to mesh, figure out what gives you what. Like, let's say a diamond mesh, press U on it, and it'll tell you all the stuff that you can put in the meshes and get you all this stuff. Look at this. So cool. Also the barrels. You can go to your little oak barrel right there, or birch, press U, and then it'll tell you what you need to put in it in order to get stuff. All the stuff that you can get. So yeah, JEI is definitely your friend. You don't need me to list out everything that you can get because that's not feasible, you know? So yeah. And you may think, it's like, oh, well, what about all the other mods and stuff? Well, this can be customized. Like, all this stuff is customized in order to get you stuff for those particular mods as well. You know, custom recipes just for this particular pack. So let's say you put water in a barrel, and then you put like 4 times sand that's compressed, and then you get 4 times clay. Oh, convenient. That's a heck of a lot better than just putting a single clay in there. So yeah, this is most likely a custom recipe right there. Just to make your life a little bit more convenient. Why not? You can put a 9x sand and get like a 9x clay. Why the heck not? Wow, super convenient right there. I didn't know that. So yeah, sieving, barrels, etc. Yeah, they're all customized in order to get you stuff from other mods. So if you go to the meshes right there, and then you press U on this one, I bet you I can find some kind of modded stuff in there. Oh, look at that. You can get like Ars Nouveau saplings from sieving moss blocks. So yeah, that's definitely from a different mod. So you get mineral sampling from sieving moss blocks as well. You can also get the forbidden sapling from sieving that as well. So yeah, out of nothing, you can get all the basics, and also including some of the basics from other mods as well. So yeah, JEI is definitely your friend, so check it out, and you can definitely find what you're looking for in order to help you get started with a particular mod right there. So cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, did you know you can enchant your meshes right there? Yes, efficiency, fortune, just put it on your mesh, get a whole lot more right there. So yeah. Also, another neat thing about this pack is that they added the block generators right there. You may remember a cobblestone generator from, I don't know, from other packs and stuff, but this one's a little bit different, you know. It can not only that, it can give you cobblestone and get you other blocks as well. So let's say the diamond block generator. You press U on that, and you can check out what it can give you. So it's kind of like similar to the extractors of Minecraft. So you put like a block under it, and then you put like liquids beside it, and etc, etc, and then it can give you different blocks. And yes, it does. It can give you cobblestone, a lot of it. So yeah, that's very early stuff that you can make. The block generators is definitely a staple to this particular mod pack. So if you make that, you're golden. You can get like a lot of stuff that way. So cool. And again, you can just go JEI, check out the recipes, and you can check out what you can get from those particular block generators. All right, so yeah, cool. So let's say, first of all, you put all this crap away. Put it all away. Just put it all away. There we go. All right, cool. Let me get some cobblestone out here. I have infinite cobblestone, so don't worry about that. All right, so I gave you a taste of the compressed blocks right there. And let's say you didn't know about the compressed blocks. Let's get the little netherite stick out of here. And then let's plug down some blocks. Like so. Like that. And of course, if you don't know anything about like Minecraft or whatever. You can just take your pick and it's just like, just mining along, you know. I got mine on this cobblestone. Well, not so fast. There's vein miner in this pack. Well, it's not really called vein miner. It's called ulti-mine. So you press the little hotkey that's set to your ulti-mine, which is by default the little tilde key, like on your keyboard. You hold that down, and then you just mine the whole lot right there. But be careful, don't mine your island away. So yeah, ulti-mine is definitely your friend when you are grinding away with all this cobblestone, just breaking it apart into gravel, and then sieving it and whatnot. You can do that with gravel. You can do that with anything, you know. If you want to mine the whole entire island away, be my guest for ulti-mine. So yeah, ulti-mine is definitely your friend. And not only that, you can tweak your ulti-mine settings by going to here, server config, and then changing the max size to, like, let's say 32,768. Why the heck not? You can do it. So yeah, be careful with that when you're playing around with ulti-mine. It can be your friend and your enemy. Back up your saves. So yeah, processing stuff. And, oh, let's say, oh, this is a lot of cobblestone to process in one go. Well, I gave you a taste of compressed blocks, so here's how to get it. You can press the hotkey, K. Oh, look at that, 1x. Pretty nice. Now I can do it again, K. Oh, more compressed blocks, K, K, K. Oh, I want to do the whole thing, Shift K. There we go, 1x cobblestone right there. And you know what? I can do it again. 2x. Pretty nice there. Pretty nice. And then you can just like plunk it down like that. And you don't need to plunk down the whole damn thing. You know? You don't plunk down you don't have to plunk down stacks of cobblestone in order to do that. You can just make a compressed hammer and then mine it all away. Oh wait, I got vein miner. There you go. Nice. And then look at that. We got gravel. And then of course it doesn't go in here because we don't have that particular mod in here. So, yeah, it's tough. It doesn't go in here. We don't have the X compressor mod in here in order to sieve your compressed blocks. You gotta break them apart in order to do it. But, oh well, it is what it is, you know. Eventually, you'll make machines in order to solve that, so not a problem at all. So, let's put this stuff away here. Alright, cool. Alright, so anyway, compression saves time. Make compressed blocks out of everything. And you know what? You can very well put that into your, into barrels and whatnot and everything. So cool. So you can get more out of nothing with, let's say, ore hammers and immersive hammers. So let's take a look at that. So here's the ore hammers right there. It's a staple for any All the Mods pack. If you're playing All the Mods pack, it's probably in here. So this is the ore hammer. So let's say you press U on this. It'll tell you everything that the ore hammer can do. So what the ore hammer does is duplicates ores, you know, stuff. And let's say you get like a nice ore. Let's say you get a nice tin ore like right there. And then use the ore hammer on that. And you double your fun. Look at this. 2 tin dust. You put that in the furnace and you get 2 ingots. And then not only that, you can put 2 ingots in there. You get a plate. You put 2 ingots like in this configuration. You get a rod. And you put like a single ingot in there. You get dust back. And like raw tin. You can do that with 2. You can do that with the raw stuff if you want to, and then you get 2 dusts right there. You can even do it with diamonds. Holy crap! Not even ores. So yeah, the ore hammers, they'll help you out immensely in the beginning of the pack because you can just double all your output right there. And of course, it is pretty pricey. It's a pretty pricey ore hammer, and you know, you probably can't repair it or anything like that. Like you probably can, but it's not worth repairing. I guess you can put this enchantment on there. You can probably put an Eternal Stella, but at the beginning of the pack, like, what the heck, man? You probably don't have access to that right off the bat. So, yeah. So there is a cheaper option that you can make rather than making the ore hammers, and that is to make the hammer from immersive engineering. So let's see. That's the immersive engineer's hammer. If you press U on that, it can also double your fun. You know. Let's see if I can find it in here. Does it double your fun or is it single? Oh yeah, I think it's single. Oh, well, okay. Alright, well, I guess it converts that into dust. Yeah, okay, it's single. Alright, well, if you want to convert this into a dust block, you can do that if you want to. But really, if you want to double your fun, use the ore hammers, like right up here, you know? Cool. Now, I wonder if the other hammers do that. This is on industrialization. Yeah, we're not making that. Screw that. Frame blocks, engineering's hammer right there. How about the Exdorum hammers? Does that do that? Or that just breaks the box. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, ore hammer is your friend. You can get like double your fun, get more ores out of your ores, and then it'll be fantastic. And the ore chunks that you get from sieving stuff, from let's say gravel and stuff, you can easily combine that. So you press U on the ore chunks, you just do this, and you get your little ores like right there. So cool. All right, so next, renewable lava. You can get lava with block generators and crucibles with superheated elements. So anyway, this little setup right here, it just produces a butt ton of lava. So I have a block generator like right down there, right there, and it's just grabbing cobblestone and put it inside this drawer. And I'm piping it out and put it inside each of these porcelain crucibles just to generate lava. And under each one has a superheated element right there. So how do you make a superheated element? It takes just a tiny little bit, but it's worth it, you know. You just need like copper, redstone, and a steel casing. So how do you get steel? You just make this thing right here. This is steel dust, and then you need a little bit of coal. You need iron dust. You know how to make that by now, right? You use the ore hammer, and then you combine that with coal and another ore hammer, and then you make steel dust. Put that in the furnace, and you get steel. So wonderful. And then you can make your superheated element right there. And then you put that under the crucible, and you get 60 times the burn rate. Look at that. Nice. And you get like a butt ton of lava right there. You can use the lava in your furnaces for fuel if you want to. And then, yeah. That's renewable lava right there. And you can make something called a magmatic generator, which I have right there. It's right in the back. So it's still taking lava from these crucibles and just like shoving it all in there. And this magmatic generator, if you get up to 64x, and generate you like 10,000 FE per tick, over 10,000 FE per tick. So that's good power for the early sky block safe right there. And all right, so yeah, that's flowing lava right there. You can get like a whole bunch of lava, and then you can also use the lava for your stone generators. So let's go back to the generators right there. And then you press U on that. Some of the little configurations takes lava right there. Now, some of the recipes takes lava and then it's consumed. So it takes the lava continually. But of course, there is a bug that you can take advantage of right now. And let's go to the sieve platform, like right there. Yeah, it's gonna be a little loud. It's gonna be a little loud right there. So I have this setup right here with stone generators right there. It's not running. Okay, that one's running right there. That one's running right there. As you can see, it's taking the flowing lava away, but it's not taking the source block over here. But even though that's taking the flowing source of lava right there, it still works. It still generates. So, you know, it's a bug, and you know, take advantage of it if you want, or you can just put like source blocks continually right next to it, and just sacrifice like your source of lava. You have a lot of lava. You can generate a butt ton of lava in this particular pack just by having like a whole bunch of crucibles and superheated elements. And if you go to the crucibles, and then you press U on it, it should tell you what the heat sources are. So yeah, you can have like a campfire, you have lava, you have your superheating element. Let's see what else we have. Soul fires. Okay, is there like a higher one? Ah, yes, soul lava. So once you get the soul lava, it's basically double right there. So that's really fast lava right there. But even if you make it to soul lava, then it's like, well, you probably don't need like the magmatic generators anymore. You probably graduate to something better. So yeah, there's that. So just use what you want. So just know that you have options. You have that option because eventually you'll get infinite lava. So if you go to the power platform, like right here, here's the infinite lava. This is over 10,000 source blocks of lava right there. Right there. Look at all that infinite lava right there. So the thing is, in order to get you infinite lava, is that you need to have a lava pit or a lava pool or some kind of containment thingamajiggy to contain your lava that's big enough for the host pulley from create to consider that infinite. So once you set that up with the host pulley, it'll just pump out lava, and it won't take any of your lava from your pit. It's infinite. It's always there. So cool. Infinite lava. A butt ton of lava. Right there. So yeah. So create and of course, Ars Nouveau are your friends. You don't need much to get you what you want. So yeah, let's go back. Go back to here. So we already saw the lava pit with infinite lava. Let's take a look at Ars Nouveau, yeah? So yeah, Ars Nouveau, right here. This is the source generator for Ars Nouveau right there. So I'm just generating a bunch of source from the mage blooms over here and the crop growth. And then I'm just like using these growth accelerators in order to get me source. So yeah, that's Ars Nouveau right there. So if you go down here, here's what I'm using it for. Go down here, and here's the Drink Me farm. Look at all the mobs that it's dancing for. So yeah, if you contain like a various amounts of mobs over here, put them in jars and everything, these Drink Me's over here will slowly get you all the mob loot from these particular mobs that I have on the wall. So yeah, look at all the loot that's getting. Look at this. And this is like the loot of walls right there. You set it up early on, and then you just let it run. You know, just let it run, and you can get like a lot of stuff that way. And I'm sure I have some animals in there. So let's see. What can I look for? Pork chops? Look at that. I have like over 26,000 raw pork chops in here. So yeah, that's set up early on, and yeah, that's fantastic. Your drinking farm is fantastic. So as long as you keep up the source and have like a whole bunch of entities on the wall, then it's all good. It's all good right there. Let's go up here, and then we can check out the Whirly Sprig farm right there. So you may be wondering, so, oh, how do I get like extra crops and extra trees and logs and stuff like that? Well, you can set up a Whirly Sprig farm, and then it can farm like organic stuff for you in around the little flower that they have over here. And then yeah, another passive generation from Ars Nouveau that you can do early on. And let's see, how many of the archwood do I have? Look at that. I have like over 26,000 of this logs right there. And that log is over there, and that log's over there. So yeah, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. How much sugarcane do I have? Well, I was kind of actively farming sugarcane before, so it's like whatever. How about the wheat? Oh, okay, I'm actively farming that too. How about apples? Apples, yeah? Okay, over 4,000. You know, apples don't drop all that common anyway, so cool. So yeah, that's the Whirly Spring farm, or early farming, Ars Nouveau. And yeah, it's absolutely wonderful right there. And that and create, you know, the create stuff is, you know, create a tree farm and a crop farm right there. And yeah, with create, you can get infinite lava with your little lava pit over there. And there's no precision mechanisms necessary, you know. I haven't made any sort of automatic contraption in order to get your precision mechanisms or anything like that. You don't need to make anything complicated with create in order to do this sort of thing. This one's like without those precision mechanisms. It's nothing advanced, you know? It's just like a whirly contraption that goes around with saws and gets you trees. So cool. So yeah, Ars Drink Me and the Whirly Spring for passive generation. And also, all the way down here, you can also print enchantment books with Create. Look at this. I made this crappy, half-ass, janky printer thingamajiggy. And then I can deal with all the enchantments and XPs and stuff like that. And then once you get your enchantment books, and then you just, you know, copy it. You don't need like several Fortune 5 books from whatever. You can just take one of them and then just print it all day long. Simple, real easy to set up. So cool. Let's see. What else? Ah, yes, the Create electric motor. So yeah, you don't need to put water wheels or windmills everywhere in order to get your rotation. So let's go back to the lava pit over here. Nope, wrong one. Okay, over here. Nope. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I have this little electric motor that I made, like right here. So once you like get some decent power, such as some of these magmatic generators, and yeah, you use one of them in order to power your electric motor over here. And I have like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps going at max speed. Look at this. Each pump is like 1,024 stress units. It's still going. Look at this. and its generator is using what 480. I don't know what that is. Lightning bolt per tick at current speed. So yeah, this is a good electric motor, and I don't need to put like water wheels everywhere. It's like how many water wheels do I have to put down just to like match this electric motor? So yeah, that's cool. And you don't need precision mechanism in order to make this either. It just I was able to make it without that. So cool. So once you set all this up, just put down some a battery or something in order to jumpstart this thing, to start the lava pumping, and then lava goes in a magnetic generator, and then it can just power itself right there. So cool. All right, let's go back to here. Okay, cool. All right, so now for the early storage. Yeah, I got rid of that. Okay, let me go over here then. Storage. Did I go over here? I guess I could do that. Okay, sure. Why not? Alright, so anyway, early storage. Where are my chests? Okay, there they are. Alright, so these are the chests from sophisticated storage, and if you ever fiddle around with these stuff, and you know that these are absolutely wonderful because you can put upgrades in there, such as this thing. Look at that, stack upgrades tier 4, and oh, look at that, over 4,000 wheat seeds in one slot. Yeah, that's what these things do. These things can hold a lot of stuff if you allow it to, if you upgrade it. And yeah, it's like a single chest too, so that's absolutely wonderful right there. So early storage, sophisticated chests, just get your upgrades, and then you can hold a lot more, a whole lot more. None of that vanilla chest where you have double chests stacked up high and on walls and everything like that. So you can totally use that if you want to. And eventually, you'll be able to make something called a storage controller right there. That's consolidated storage right there. And then you can make the integrate dynamics thing with a terminal. All you need is like an interface, a little interface dongle, like on your controller. And then you just run a cable, and then you just slap a terminal on it. And then you're done. You're done. And I can show you that right now. And let me go to right there. Okay. I should have one right there. Okay, so let's pretend this is your controller right here. So you just slap your interface right there, and the cable right there, and a terminal, and then you right-click it, and there's all your stuff, Consolidate storage right there. Right there. All you need to do is just place all your sophisticated storage chests, like next to the controller, and then you're golden. You are golden right there. That's early storage right there. So yeah, early storage system. Controllers are your friends. So anyway, including these sophisticated storage chests, you can make something called a backpack right there. Yeah, we all love our backpacks, right-click it and store like a whole bunch of stuff on you, on the go. It's like a, inventory, personal inventory extension right there. And you have all the similar upgrades in here, so you can stack it up and put it all in there. Look at that, 4,000 in one slot and everything. You can go much, much higher if you want to, because we have the Omega upgrade in here. Look at this. You can stack like 1, 2, 3. That is billion, right? That's over 2 billion in one slot. That is billion, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can make the Omega upgrade if you want to, and just shove it all in your backpack. Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful. And not only that, you can put down your chest as well. So there's that. Yeah, so that early storage. Well, these are probably not early, but you can make it early if you want to. You just rush it and go hard with it. So cool. Backpacks, also very good. So speaking of backpacks, the early gears. So let's go all the way back here. And then we're going to go down here. Okay. And then we're going to spawn in the wandering traders. How do I do that? Don't worry about it. Alright, so anyway, this is an example of a wandering trader over here. And sometimes when you have a wandering trader pop up, you may notice that it has some really nice diamond gears right there. So look at this axe. It's called a bone splitter. It has sharpness 10 and looting 5 on it. Isn't that absolutely wonderful? So yeah, they have the goods. They have the full diamond set if you're willing to, let's say, make a spawner with them. And just play the gambit game, Oh, there we go. Diamonds right there. That guy probably had netherite leggings there, and I just missed it. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Nice. So yeah, this is something new to the update, I'm guessing. So this is like the Apotheosis stuff that you can get from this. And it's a Netherite sword. Holy crap. Or maybe I just unlocked it because I unlocked that recently. And it's giving it to me now. Alright, cool. Fantastic. But early on, you can totally get this if you want to. Look at that. It has like a good chestplate right there. It has that nasty Berserker's Fury on it, but you can totally take that off if you want to. So yeah, get rid of that guy right there. And what else do you have? Okay, you go away. Okay, well, okay, there's the leggings right there. You might want to take rebounding off there, or just leave it on. It's up to you, you know. And here's another axe. Here's another Apotheosis thing you can get. So yeah, the Wandering Traders has some exotic goods that you can get right off the bat. No, turn it off. Turn it off. Okay. Another axe for your trees. There's the boots. And there's some leggings right there. I mean, some boots. Okay, here's a nice sword that you can get with sharpness 10 and looting 5. And scavenger 5 if you want to. So, yeah, you'll have to, like, not sleep for a couple of nights. And then sieve for a couple of diamonds. So, after that, you can totally get that if you want to. Has a nice beacon right there. And what about you? Okay, you have nothing. Another sword. Okay. Another sword. Okay. Another sword. Come on, give me what I want. Big money here. Helmet. Okay. Totem. Okay, that's pretty nice. There was a Netherite pickaxe there, too. Oh, ooh. 2 levels of existing fortune. Not bad. Not bad at all, okay. Oh, there's your ice. So if you want an easy ice, you can get that if you want to. Okay, what else do we have? Netherite armor, okay. There we go. Another helmet, okay. Packed ice, Come on, big money. Okay, chest plate. Okay, beacon. Ooh. Okay, nice. Very nice. Leggings, okay. Okay, bone splitter. Okay, more leggings. You might want to grab the Nautilus shell there. Okay, more of that stuff. Okay, chest plate. Okay, another axe, okay. And another axe, okay. And what do you... Okay, there we go. So this is the Stonebreaker, the one with Fortune 4, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 5, Boom the Earth, Mending, and everything like that. You can totally get this early game, and you have nice fortune right there. So when you combine your ore chunks that you get from sieving, you can just plunk it down, and then use your fortune pick on it to get all your raw ores, so you can get a lot more. You get a whole lot more. So yeah, and it's pretty cheap too. It's only 45 emeralds. So you can do that if you want to. But that's if you can go through the process of getting a spawner from the Nether, and then, you know, getting a wandering trader. You know, get the swap his butt, and then make an egg like this one right there. And I only have this because I have like capturing 5 on it. So cool. All right. So yeah, there's that. The Wandering Traders has all the goods. It's all the goods. So you can get your fortune pick, full diamond set right there. And then, yeah, with the early gears, you can even deal with the Apotheosis every once in a while. You can do that too if you want to. So whatever mobs that you take out, and you get that nice Apotheosis stuff, you can just throw that in the salvaging table or whatever. Or you just put it on, you know. You have to unlock the tiers eventually, right? Eventually. So you mouse over these things when they're unlocked. It'll tell you what to do. I mean, when they're locked. It'll tell you what to do in order to unlock it. So yeah, anyway. Going back to the sieving. Did you know that sieving also gives you draconic dust? Yes. It gives you draconic dust. So let's take a look at that. And hopefully that has not changed with an update. I'll be sad if it did. Let's see, draconic dust. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you sieve crushed endstone in order to get draconic dust. Now, why is that a good thing? Well, you can make something called a disco locator. And this is like your magnet right there. And that's not to say there are no other magnets in this pack. There are. It's just that, you know, it's an option if you want to do that. So, let's see. Draconic infused stuff. Where's the ingot? Okay, there's the ingot right there. And what you can do is you can make the draconic core right there. And then you can make something else. Let's see. Where was that? Ah, there we go. This is the disenchanter. So you just need enchantment tables, some kind of random enchantment books, bookshelves, emeralds, and then you make the disenchanter. So it's right there. What you can do is you get some books, and then you put that in here, and then you can take your enchanted item and do that, and then you can select which enchantment you want to take off. Of course, it takes a bit of your XP, but if you want to take off, let's say, Berserker's Fury off that tool that we saw earlier, you can do that if you want to. So cool, that's the disenchanter. Now, are there other ways to disenchant and get books? Yeah, there are. It's just that this is the first thing that I thought of, and I kept it. So cool. Yeah, that's the disenchanter right there. And mind you, you can probably get other stuff from draconic ingots as well. So you use whatever you want if you want something from that particular mod. All right, so cool. And going over here, we have some early mechanism stuff. Look at this. We have like a metallurgic infusion and everything like that. And then we have tanks somewhere. There's a tank right there. And of course, I love my mechanism tanks. You just take like a basic fluid tank, like right there, and then you can just like use it as a bucket, like that. Then pick things up like that. But yeah, that's absolutely wonderful right there. And it also has a jetpack if you want to make that early on if you want to. You don't want to bother with creative flight, you can do that if you want to. There's a jetpack, tin ingots, basic chemical tank, steel ingots, basic control circuit. Real easy, really easy. And then all you need to do is just fuse jetpack, and there you go. Early flight right there. So yeah, that's not to say it doesn't have other jetpacks in the pack as well. You can make those if you want to. And another nice item to have from Mechanism is the cardboard box. So you can pick up spawners in the Nether, pick up chests and move it around, pick up an entity, whatever. Cardboard boxes are great. And it can give you more stuff like Netherite as well with the Mechanism. So if you take a look at the ancient debris that you can get from sieving, let's see, right there. So how do you get this again? Let me go over here. You're supposed to sieve crushed blackstone. Oh, you should know, if you crush blackstone, you can get like a lot more. But I think you need like a higher mesh or something like that. And then you can just loop back the blackstone back into the sieve, and then you can get more blackstone. And then you use that blackstone in order to get more stuff. So cool, you can do that if you want to. And then get even more ancient debris like right there. So yeah, this is the ancient debris. So with early mechanism, you can put that into the crusher to get you 3 of the dirty netherite scrap. Then you can again put that into the enrichment chamber to get your netherite scrap. So yeah, from 1 ancient debris, you can get 3 netherite scrap right there. So that's the early mechanism right there. Can you get more? Yeah, eventually you can get more, sure, but this is early game, So cool. So anyway, let's go all the way back to the sieves right there. So you may be saying, let's turn back the sound. There we go. So yeah, you may be asking, it's like, oh, how do I automate all the sieving and hammering? Well, there's something called an auto hammer and an auto sieve. So here's the flux hammer. It's not called the auto sieve. They just call it flux hammer and flux sieve. So this hammers things for you, and this one sieves things for you. That's it. That's your automation right there. And what you're supposed to do is to put it into the hammer, hammer it down to gravel, then pipe it into your sieve, and then it sieves stuff for you. Of course, you can just make this whole complicated thingamajiggy over here in order to control where it goes, split paths if you want to, etc., etc. I have an episode on that if you want to take a look at that. So yeah, auto hammer and sieve, but there's a catch. You gotta have adequate power. All of this stuff takes a butt ton of power, especially if you put upgrades into these particular thingamajiggies. So if you start putting like diamond upgrades in there, it's going to eat power like candy. So you got to have adequate power. Like start making your 64x magmatic generators right there. So cool. So yeah, early game, there are a lot of logistics that you can play around with, especially later on in the pack as well. You can use integrate dynamics, which I have used some of it somewhere, like right under here. There's integrate dynamics. There's more integrated dynamics here. And then laser IO, I have not fiddled with laser IO, but I might do so in the future, but it's an option if you want to use it. I have AE2, of course I do. Look at that. I have AE2 connected to there. I have mechanism everywhere. It's just mechanism stuff everywhere. I have the pipes mod. Look at that. I'm using it all right here. Pipes. I'm also using modular routers everywhere. All this stuff just working together nicely, you know? And the performance, like what? Over here, I have all this stuff going over here. We'll talk about that later. I have all this stuff going over here. And the performance is not that bad. I have full-on popular setting shaders right now. And yeah, I mean, it does help that there's like nothing out here. So, cool. Very nice indeed. So yeah, there are a lot of logistics that you can play around with. So use whatever the heck you want. Whatever the heck you want. So yeah, early flight stuff. I already talked about jetpacks and everything like that. And I also have an episode devoted to getting creative flight and everything like that. So yeah, you can totally get creative flight because elephant in the room. I am flying right now. You know, I have creative flight. Flying. It enables creative flight. So yeah, I have something called infusion pylon right here. So you right click it, have all these potion filters right here. Have flying, fire resist, ancient knowledge, and health boost. So this is important right here to flying, which allows you to fly and have creative flight as long as you chunk load this chunk over here, so you don't fall into the void. And yeah, real easy to do. Real easy to do, especially when you have a flying potion that is 30 minutes long. That definitely does help early game. So yeah, other flight options that you can get, you can do the just started things with the armor, because just started things has this flying thingamajiggy that you put on your armor, but you gotta work for it. You gotta work for it. It's somewhere over. Okay, it's right here, flight, right there. Yeah, that's one option that you can do with the early flight stuff. Let's see what other stuff we can do. I already mentioned the jetpacks. There's like a couple of jetpacks you can do. You can do Ars Nova flight. You can do the flight tablet thingamajiggy, but that's only in your local area. You can do the jet boots. You can do the pneumatic crafting. Pneumatic craft. Okay. And then there's a jet boots upgrade, like right there. You can put on your boots. And you can go fast with it if you want to. So cool. Those some of the flight options you have. Yeah, going back to the infusion pylon, again, you can not only have flying in it, you can have like fire resist, ancient knowledge, health boost. Fire resist would definitely help you in the nether because there's a whole bunch of crap in there that'll like to set you on fire. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm not done with all the effects yet, so I currently have ancient knowledge, gives you more XP, and then health boost just to give you like a little bit of health. So cool. Infusion pylon, very useful for your survivability, but of course there's just nothing else that you want to fight on in an empty world like this. So yeah. Going into the nether, right, if you want to fight stuff. Come on, go in there. Okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, there's basically nothing in here. Nothing at all. It's a void. And there's nothing in here but fortresses. Look at that. There's just fortresses everywhere. And this is where you get your spawners, And that's it. There's no bastions, no terrain, no nothing. You can build platforms if you want to and spawn them in like this, but you can do that if you want to. So yeah, that's Nether right there. Now, of course, let's go to the end because that's a whole different story. Whole different story. Go back in here, and then we can go up here. Okay, and then we'll go to the end right there. Now, of course, the Ender Dragon hasn't been touched at all, so when you come here, well, it's just a regular old, Ender Dragon. And then you're supposed to do the pillars, the crystals, and everything like that. You take it out, and you're done. You're done. Easy peasy. That's the Ender Dragon right there. It has not been touched. There's no, like, angry Enderman Dragon with 3 heads that'll shoot, like, a string of bullet hell fireballs at you. Because you need to go out further for that. You need to go out further for that. Because we have, like, the Chaos Dragon and everything like that. Yeah, so there's the end. And you get like a couple of things from the end there because you may notice like glowing ores everywhere. Yeah, if you can't find it in the old world or from sifting or whatever, then you'll probably find it here. So cool. Oh yeah, Untamed is in here too. So cool. All right, so yeah, that's the end right there, and there are you know, other mobs that you can play around with. There's also the wither, and there are a few wither protections in the mod if you want to use that. So let's go back. Now, where did I put that waystone? Okay, right down there. All right, go back. Yeah, let's go all the way down here. I left it down here. So yeah, if you want to take out the wither, just make yourself a nice unbreakable box, a wither-proof box like this one. And then place down the wither inside and just take it out, you know? It's easy peasy. Real easy. So yeah, there are a couple of blocks you can use in order to like protect yourself from the wither, such as mock grinding utilities. You can use security craft if you want to. There is security craft in here, right? Oh yeah, there are. Okay, cool. You can use that if you want to, you know. Crystal Lakes might have something because they has a reinforced thing. So yeah, definitely have some kind of wither protection if you want to do that. And you need me to make a stasis chamber. Just a hole in place if you want to, but then it'll be a lot harder to take it out. So whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. So why do you need to take out wither? For nether stars, of course. Why wouldn't you want nether stars? And also, while you're taking out the wither, just go ahead and make yourself a data model, because we have hostile neural networks right there. So you can farm all that delicious nether stars right there. So cool. All right, so yeah, aside from all these exotic materials, you can get all the Modium, Vibranium, and Unobtainium ores in here because it is all the mods pack after all. So here's how you get all the Modium. Here's the nuggets. You just sieve for it. Simple. Yeah, real easy. Just sieve sand and you get all the Modium nuggets right there. Or you can sieve the other one, which is crushed blackstone, and you get the all the Modium nuggets like that. Eventually, you get a whole bunch of it. So cool. That's how you get all the Modium right there. So how do you get the all the Modium template? Well, you need to get the first smithing template first. You know the template that allows you to convert diamond into netherite. So yeah, you need to get that first. How do you get that? Well, you need to have one first to duplicate it if you want to do that. Or you need to do like a little bit of apotheosis. Not that much, mind you. Not that much. Just a tiny little bit. And then you can get a smithing template right there. Is that the only way to get it? No. You go through occultist, but you want to do that. You can do the possessed hoglin, and it might drop you a smithing template. You know, so cool. Bastion, you can probably do something with bees if you can find the box there, but seems a little bit harder. So yeah. Smithing template with apotheosis, you just need luminous crystal shard from salvaging rare items. And then over here, you need the gem infused slate. You need to crush the gem dust right there in order to do that. So cool. This is real beginning basics of apotheosis right there. So once you get that, you make a smithing template, and then you can duplicate it all day long if you want to. All day long. So once you get that, you can combine it with netherite ingots and the all-Modium blocks, and you get your all-Modium smithing template. Alright, now, how the heck do you get vibranium? Oh boy, they've really thrown a curveball with vibranium right there. So in order to get the vibranium ingots, you gotta go for the ender crafting right there. And you need to do something called geores. Geores. You know the amethyst budding shards that you can get from amethyst? You know, the buds that grows the crystals out of it, and you just mine it away in order to get your shards. Yeah, same thing with this, except they have quartz, uranite, diamond, uranium, gold, iron. Yeah? Oh. You may be thinking, oh, easy materials, easy resources right there. And get a butt ton of iron right there, right? Yeah, yes you can, but you gotta set that up first, you know. So once you get your shards, you know, then you gotta worry about this little ingot right there. Crystal teen ingot. So how do you get this one? Oh, joy! Oh, joy. Ultimate crafting. So yeah, you make this little thing right there, the ultimate crafting table, or you just make the elite crafting table. That's like the minimum, the bare minimum you can do in order to make this thing. Combine it with all this. This is why you need the nether stars. Then you get your crystal teen ingot right there. Yes, there is a way to automate it. You just need to make the auto crafting table right there, and then you can automate it right there. Then once you get this thing, you can go through the ender crafting thing by Jiggy. Yes, there is an automated version. and then you can make your vibranium ingots right there. So how do you get the smithing template? Over here. And then you use your all the Modium smithing template and your all the Modium stuff ingots, and you make your first one. Once you get that, you combine your first smithing template with the all the Modium ingots and ancient stone. How do you get ancient stone? Remember that block generator? Aha, there you go. You gotta have soul lava. You gotta have it, you know? And then you gotta have blue ice, oxidized copper, and then packed ice in order to get you more ancient stone. Other than that, if you can't get it, you need to do this. You need to go through all that process in order to get it. So, yeah, this one's it's just a tiny little bit easier. Because this one, you gotta make more vibranium in order to make another template. So, yeah, this is the duplicating option once you get, like, more the smithing template. So, yeah, ancient stone ain't that bad. You just need a little bit of soul lava. And the ice, you can get that from the wandering traders. You want to do that if you want to. So, cool. There's that. All right. Then after that curveball, it's easy peasy, you know. Unobtainium, you get that from the end. The ores in the end. You go get it. The thing is, you gotta have vibranium picks. So yeah. So once you get that, you go rip the island apart with ulti-mine, and you get your unobtainium right there. So cool. And then you can double it with your ore hammers if you want to. Then you have a whole lot more unobtainium right there. And then how do you get the template? Well, it's like this. Use your little vibranium template right there. Get your first one, and then duplicate it like this. Endstone. Oh, easy. So cool. So there's the all the Modium, vibranium, and unobtainium right there. So yeah, aside from that, well, you may want to consider expanding out and spacing things apart, you know, like me. Because if it's like anything like all the mods 10, if you bunch up all the stuff together, it's not going to end well in terms of performance. That's why I spaced out all the things and have like multiple platforms out to there. You know, yeah. They just space it out. There's nothing in the void. There's plenty of room in order to build yourself out. And you can do that if you want to. Or you can just like, you know, enlarge the island. I did enlarge the starter island. You see over here. It was much smaller. And just kind of expanded it out. Just have a little bit more room, you know? So cool. In order to do that, in order to build out into the void, you can have something to make your life a little bit easier. You use a little angel block right there. And what this does is you can just place the block in the air like that. And then you just build out from this. Then you just left click it just to get it back right there. Easy. Building gadgets. You gotta have your building gadgets in order to build stuff. You have your little building gadget right here. You have your copy paste gadget. You have your exchanging gadget. You have your cut and paste gadget. And then destruction gadget. You know, all the gadgets right there. And then you have your the stick, construction stick right there. You know, to build your stuff. Build out your island. Build multiple platforms you want to. Then you're golden. And of course, I didn't like add to this from scratch. You know, I just took one of the gadgets, which is the copy paste or maybe the cut and paste thing. Go into the end, copy one of the naturally spawned islands, and then bring it back here and paste it. Easy. And then I just round it out like a little bit and to make it look nice. And that's it. My expansion right there. But of course, you can also generate islands as well with Ars Nouveau. You go in there, and then you look up the tablets right there. You have this one, you have this one, and then you have other ones as well, such as this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, there are a few islands that you can generate Ars Nouveau. But they're a little bit more smaller and symmetrical, you know. So you can do that if you want to, or you can just build out the island yourself. Build like a nice square platform with cobblestone. If you want to do that. So cool. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back inside. You know what? Let's go to a different platform right here. Let's go back to the controller. Because we want to talk about some AE2. So not only that you can have your early storage system with AE2, you know, all you need is a storage bus, a cable, and a terminal. Slap it on there. Slap a crystal resonance generator or some kind of power, and then you're golden, you know, early storage with AE2 right there. So you need not get into the add-ons for auto crafting with AE2. You may be thinking it's like, oh, you have a quantum computer and a simpler matrix. I can't craft anything without it. It's like, well, yeah, you can totally auto craft stuff without having to resort to add-ons. I mean, the add-ons are just add-ons, not necessary for AE2 to function, because we still have the molecular assemblers, you know, right there. There's the OG version right there. And then you have the pattern providers, you know, just OG AE2, because you're going to have to play around with this, like, begin with anyway. And then once you have like enough resources and enough recipes in there, you can go ahead and autocraft all the things in order to make your quantum computer in your assembler matrix, and you can autocraft a whole lot better, a whole lot better. So yeah, there's that. So you need not get into add-ons for the autocrafting. Eventually, you will make like assembler matrix and a quantum computer, and then things like the void cell in order to get you singularities and matter balls and mega cells and the cell types. There are a whole bunch of cells that you can play around with, you know, like source cells. You can have like fluid cells. You can have, well, fluid cells probably vanilla, yeah. And then you have chemical cells for mechanisms, power cells. Jeez, all types of cells you can shove into your AE2 network. So yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. Not only that, if you want to spend out, and you may be thinking, it's like, oh, I need a quantum link bridge like this one down here. Well, you don't need one of those. All you need is like a whole bunch of wires connectors and a butt ton of power, and a butt ton of power in order to power all that. So yeah, there's the wireless connector right there. It's very convenient at the cost of power, that is. And not only that, with AE2, you can make your quantum armor, and that is from the add-on called Advanced AE. Is that called a quantum armor? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Eventually, I'll make one of those. I can make that right now if I set the recipe, so cool. Alright, so anyway, let's go all the way back, because all this talk about getting quantum stuff, you're going to need those resources, right? So let's go back to here. Right there. And yes, I still have the sound off for a reason. And here's my ore processing space right there. And you may notice something special over here, geores. You remember those amethyst buds I was talking about with the geores and the shards and everything like that? Yeah, this is the setup in order to automate the process. We got quartz, gold, iron, copper, and everything like that. And yeah, this is one way of doing this. This is my way of doing this. You can do whatever the heck you want. If you have a better way for automating that, go right ahead. There's no wrong answer here, you know? So cool. These are geores, and you can get lots of stuff. Lots more stuff than sieving, you know? And mind you, it can only get you like specific stuff, you know, like redstone, coal. Well, this is not geore. That's just like a Certus thing. And you can get you like diamonds and everything like that, and uranite and uranium, stuff like that, you know? Ores, geores. And you can use these growth accelerators from AE2, the regular ones, and then there's also the tier ones, which is boosted, and right down here, directional growth accelerator. There's also a crank version. We don't worry about that one. That's just like a starter growth accelerator that you might want to skip anyway. So yeah. So what this does is you put a boosted one on one side. You put your directional growth accelerator to make it go up on one side if you want to, or you just make it go like that, or you make it grow like out this side or that side. You just wrench it and it'll grow whichever side you want it to grow. So yeah, that's the geos right there. I should really be looking at this one, not that one. So yeah. So yeah, these are the geores, and it's set to up by default. So I just left it like that, and it just grows up like that. So cool. Then you set up your little fortune annihilation plane, and you can do that with module router if you want to. You can do that with just start things clicker, whichever one you want to do. You know, set it up however you want. And yes, I know I missed like a growth accelerator like right in the front there, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It goes fast even without one. So look at that. Look at how fast it goes. I'm okay with the speed, by the way. So cool. Look at that. It's pretty nice. Really nice indeed. So yeah, those are the geos right there. And you better be careful with the fortune, you know. You can use like a butt ton of power if you're using fortune annihilation plane. So yeah, I had like a little power issue with all these enchanted fortune annihilation planes, like all of this going at once. And I've heard that fortune may not go well together with geores like this one. This is the ancient debris geore, so I was mining it with a fortune 5 pick, and it didn't really give me anything extra. But that's okay. That's okay. It's constantly running anyway. And how many do I have right now? I have like over 73,000 of these geo shards. So like 4 of these will make like an ancient debris. So yeah, it's still a win. Still win my book. But how do you make these things? Well, let's go all the way back home. As usual, everything is spread out. You didn't need to make something called a foundry right here. Hooray! We need to make a foundry. And what the heck is in here anyway? Oh, okay, sure. So what you need to do in order to make your geores, like most of them, will require you to have a compressed sand block. And that should be this one right there. You just put that in the basin, pour your ore juice all over it, and then let it dry. And then there's your budding. There's your geore budding thing block. And then you can grow stuff from that. Yeah, the foundry is not hard to make. Just make it, and then you're done. And then once you make all your geores, you can just leave it alone. You know, leave it in the corner just for looks, and you're done with that. So cool. Is that cool, honey? That's right, occultism. You can get like a whole bunch of sonic materials from occultism because go inside this book over here from occultism. Where's my book from occultism? Okay, here we go. So yeah, if you take a look inside this book, I mean, it's a unique mod for sure. Not everybody's into it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but it can give you like a bunch of stuff, such as like the possessed elder guardian right there. If you need like I don't know, under the sea stuff, but most importantly, the heart of the sea right there. If you want Nara's shell, you can get that to you too. So cool. You can get like a whole bunch of possessed mobs that you may want to get. You know, such as the possessed warden, get you some sculpt stuff right there. Even though that some of the sifting can get you sculpt stuff anyway, you can do that if you want to. And of course, I have not found the gas, so I'll be getting the possessed gas right there. Just get me some gas tiers. And let's see, what else? I don't know. If you want to play around with possessed bee, go right ahead. That's just like, you know, for funsies. You can get possessed shulker if you want to get shulker cells, but probably not necessary. If you want to get your first template, you can do the possessed hoglin, just to, you know, try your chance at getting a splitting template. You want to do that? Yeah, that's occultism right there. So yeah. This lovely lady over here can extend your potions, among other things. So if you have a potion, let's say 1 minute long, you right click her, and it can give you a potion effect. It's like, I don't know, 5 minutes or 7 minutes or something like that, maybe 10 minutes. So yeah, it extends your potion effects right there. So why is that important? Well, certain potions is less than 1 minute, and it doesn't go on the potion filter. It's less than 1 minute for your fusion pylon. So you right click that, make it 5 minutes, then you can put it on your card, and then you can put it in your fusion pylon. So that's why it's important. Isn't that right, honey? Yeah. So in occultism, you can also have the miner that you can do in order to get you more stuff. You gotta have more stuff. So let's see. Where's the miner in here? Somewhere in here. I just know it. Miner. Okay. Here's the crusher. Here's the smelter. Foliate crystallizer. I know there's a miner in here somewhere. I just can't find it. Should be around here somewhere. Okay, there it is. There's the miner right there. You gotta work for it, and it's like a void miner, you know. You just put it down, and then it just spits out ores. That's it. It doesn't mine anything. It's just a void miner. Get you ores out of nothing, which is suitable for a skyblock world like this. So cool. It's cultism for you. And not only that, you can get the crusher in order to crush your ores for you. That'll be fun. Or you can get the max crusher in order to get 6 times that amount. So cool. You can get that if you want to from cultism. And aside from the crusher, another notable thing that you can get is the Isnium anvil. It's right there. You can go up like 1 enchantment level with all your stuff. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So speaking of enchantments, you can also get into Apotheosis if you want to. I didn't do that yet. And that's always fun, you know. With the right Apotheosis stats on your tools and your weapons and stuff like that, you can be OP if you want to. And with Apotheosis, you can get your first smithing template, like we mentioned earlier. And eventually, I'll be making my Enderman platform just to farm all those armors and gears. And I have like another mob spawner that you can check out that we saw earlier. And that's kind of giving me some gears right there. So here's some nice gems that I got from that. And then if I go over here, you see some of the Apotheosis gears that, ooh, that just popped off, didn't it? How many's in here? 500. I gotta put some more on here, jeez. Or maybe I'll just throw it all in the salvaging table, get me some materials. So yeah, these are all the Apotheosis gears that I got from this mob room. So pretty nice indeed. I'll be building an Enderman platform over there. in the end and see what I can get from that. So cool. So you may very well want to build yourself a mob room in the Nether if you want to, because certain gems drop in the Nether. I think that's how it goes. Yeah. So anyway, animated platform and stuff like that. So anyway, in order to filter out your Apotheosis stuff, you got to have your pipes mod, because that one has the ability to do that. So I am filtering out the gems out of the drawers over here in the dump chest, and then all the gems go in here, and then all the Apotheosis gears go into this armory cabinet over here. So yeah, that's wonderful. So that's separate from, let's say, all the crappy vanilla stuff that you see over here. So yeah, the pipes are sometimes necessary. Pipes with a Z, So cool. Uh, with Apotheosis, the notable stats that you can put on your stuff is crit damage and crit chance. So a survivability, I mean, you can like up your survivability if you want to, but you know what? There's not like a whole lot of mobs you can deal with in this pack. Like you'll have to face the Chaos Guardian, and you need to have like a completely different loadout aside from Apotheosis in order to get that done, Maybe you can combine Apotheosis with Draconic stuff, and then you have a chance, Or yeah, with the armor, you may want to wear like the tech armor or the Draconic set in order to face the Chaos Guardian. So you gotta think a little bit differently. So fighting in this pack, well, it's not much to fight, really. Not much to fight. It's like building a sky factory, and that's it, No? And then there's like a dragon every now and then that you gotta fight. And that's about it. And if you're just like rocking the unobtainium armor like this with Apotheosis, it'll probably do nothing against the Guardian. So cool. Very nice. So yeah, aside from that, aside from upping your armor, you eventually also gotta up your power, Go to the power platform right there. So the magnetic generators, you may think is like, oh, that's pretty good early game. Well, it is. Then you turn the sound back on. Let's see, sound below like that. Okay, cool. So you may think that's like, oh, the magnetic generators are pretty wonderful, infinite lava and everything, and it's like 64x. Whoa! All that sieving, all the auto hammerers and auto sieves and all the controllers with wireless connectors on it, it's gonna eat power like candy. Eat it like candy. So eventually, I had to like dump this particular idea, having magnetic generators everywhere, and then I started with the Nether Star generators, but it started eating Nether Stars like candies. Like, well, can't have that. So that means I gotta like make soul lava in order to make the good old thermals right there. The good old thermals right there. So yeah, if you want to stick with the magnetic generators, then you gotta start scaling up. Or you can get into power and make the thermals. Or you can go nuclear. That's always an option. And yeah, thermals are still your friends. They're easy to make. They don't require lava, they don't require what was the other one? Nether stars. They require lava or nether stars. They just need soul lava under there, a bit of water, and you're done. And you're done. Each of these like 18,000 FU per tick, around there. So cool. And I can make a whole lot more and make even more of these in a row just to supplement my power. Eventually I want to just switch these out and just like go like nether star generators. As long as I can keep my nether star supply up and plentiful. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, how do you get soul lava? Well, let's go over here. All right, there. Put that away. Every time I come here, I gotta like turn off the magnet here. So anyway, this is the wither over here. I'm farming. What is this again? Ether gas. So yeah, that's the wither with the ether gas. How much do I have? Over 10,000 ether gas. Okay. And down here, here's the warden. Farming the warden right there, and I'm getting soul lava from that. That's how you do it with the laser drill. That's why you need to get into industrial foregoing in order to do just that. Get the soul lava, and in order to get the ether gas and everything, because you need to fund your industrial foregoing adventures. I have this little thing down here with the plant gatherer in order to get me sludge. Industrial foregoing is like, it makes you do a lot of things. You should do a lot of things. So here's the latex factory over here. Yes, it could be bigger. But that's okay. That's okay. I got meat and pink slime going. This is essence. I got essence going. I got like biofuel going. I got fertilizer going. Plastic going over here. Sheesh. All this stuff. All this stuff. So, yeah, there's that. There's the stuff right there. So, alright, so that's the laser drills for the soul lava and ether gas. So eventually, I might make the void miner, or I might not make the void miner. It's up to me. So, yeah, you can set like the laser drill in order to get your ores that way if you want to do that. If you're sieving, your auto sieving and your geores are not cutting it and stuff like that. Now, most importantly, in Industrial Foregoing, you have the add-ons right there. You may think, oh, it goes up to tier 4, whatever. It's like, no, it doesn't. It goes up to tier 8. It goes up to tier 8. And you may be wondering, oh, that's wonderful, tier 8. That'll go great, my soul searching. You don't have soul searching. You only have the tier 8, unfortunately, so yeah, there's that. Yeah, so cool. I mean, anything can change, you know, you can just add it later down the line. You know, things change, just keep that in mind. So yeah, you have the tier 8 add-ons, you better use them. Just make things go a little bit faster. And, of course, in order to make the tier 8, it's a little bit involved. It's a little bit involved, you know. Like, it takes all of this stuff in order to make. Look at this. It takes latex, it takes sludge, it takes biofuel, pink slime, essence, ether gas. It takes all your netherite ingots right there. It takes nether stars, echo shards, netherite scrap, dragon's breath, shulker shell, crying obsidian, which was hard to make before the update, ancient debris. Yeah, all the works, you know. Beacons, a dragon head of all things. Yes, you can make that. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Just for a tier 8 add-on. So yeah. Once you get those, then it's all smooth sailing right there. So cool. So another thing with Industrial Foregoing is that you can do something with the mystical agriculture stuff. So let's go to the farm right there. There's a space for the farm right down here. And have my little hydro right there. The ether gas and the water going. Now, why do I need the regular hydro? So I can set the simulator card right there. Once you do that, you plunk it down your simulated hydro bed. And you can make it go fast. These are tier 8 add-ons right there. It's going this fast. I don't know. Soul searching seemed a little bit faster to me. But I don't know. This is all you have. So maybe I can make this go a little bit faster. You know, you just look in a bottle like that. Yeah. 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 So, tier 8s. I try adding like extra tier 8s in here, but it only takes one, so I don't know. So, cool. Yeah, there's that. There's that. I'm fine with that speed, by the way, because what I can do is make another one. Because we have botany pots right here. We have botany pots. You put your little hole right there. You put your nether star seeds over here. You put your nether crops right there. And then give you extra seeds. Hold on. Let me check. Nether stars. Give me that. And I'm just going to borrow that right there. Alright. Put that in here. And then put that in here. And let's see if I can make this grow. I'm hoping it gives me extra seeds. Because if an update changed that, then that sucks. You can confirm that for yourself. You know? You can confirm that for yourself. But it gave me all these extra seeds from the botany pots. Oh, it's growing. It's growing. The timer bottle does nothing to it, by the way. So, yeah, that's unfortunate right there. So, yeah, there's that. You might be able to get extra seeds from this, or you might not be able to get the seeds from that. I don't know if an update nerfed it or not, because I haven't confirmed it after that. So, let me do this. Hopping botany pot. Let me press U on this. And, can I take a look here? Maybe press U on this. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. It's still on the list. It's still right here. Maybe I can give you extra seeds. Maybe I can. Oh, there they are. There they are. Jeez. I forgot the chest was there. Okay, it gave me like 50 extra seeds. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? And you may be thinking, so you put that in there before. It's like, oh, okay, let me do it again then. Does that work? Okay, there's another one. There's another one. Yeah, give you extra seeds. Jeez. Alright, so yeah, that's the mystical agriculture stuff. You can totally make the hydros if you want to. You can go with botany pots if you want to. You can get extra seeds from that. And here, give me this back. Give me that. All right. All right. What was that? Over here? Yeah. So yeah, with domestical agriculture, you can take a look at the seeds that you can make, but there are not a whole lot of seeds, you know. They kind of want you to not go the mystical agriculture route. But I did anyway because you know, you gotta have your nether star seeds, you know, and then your dragon egg seeds. Like these two are the top tier right there, you know. You gotta have your dragon egg seeds in order to make your dragon heads, and maybe awaken draconium seeds. All the tier 6 and tier 5 is probably the important ones and stuff. And no, there's no all ammonium seeds, no vibranium seed, no unobtainium. Again, that might change. I don't know. So cool, but it's not in here now, right now. So yeah. Anyway, so it's less seeds, so concentrate on the stuff that you really want. And you know, for all the stuff that you're making and stuff like that, you better be prepared for the Chaos Guardian because you need that in order to make the star. You need the crystal things from the Chaos Guardian in order to make the star. So if you take a look at the star recipe, oh joy, you get to do this in order to make the star. Isn't that completely wonderful? So yeah, you go to the Dragon Souls right there, and then you go like Chaotic Energy Controller. Oh, what's this? Small Chaos Fragment? That looks like a Chaos Shard right there. So yeah, you need to take out the Chaos Guardian in order to get your Chaos Shards. I don't know if you can cheese it in order to get that stuff early or without fighting the dragon at all, but I would imagine that it spawns in the crystal after you take it out. I'm thinking that's how it works. But I don't know, maybe it doesn't work that way. I haven't confirmed it, so do whatever you want. So yeah, there's that. In order to prepare, I don't know, make your tech armors. You make the mecha suit, try that out. You make the quantum suit if you want to. Either one, I don't know. So I've heard the quantum blade doesn't even one hit the Chaos Guardian. Like, so what the heck? It's supposed to do slash kill. Like, what the heck? So, I don't know. Like, just bring out all the nasty cheese that you can muster and just take it out. You know, max out your draconic armor if you want to like go if you have like a bit of honor left. So whatever. So yeah, did you know that you have Oritech in the pack? Yes, wonderful. And here are the reasons why I want to do Oritech. It looks cool, and you can cheese the enchantments. That's it. Mainly for the cheese. I just want to do the cheese. That's it. So yeah, there's that. So I may be talking about the end of the pack. Well, yeah, I am talking about stuff at the end of the pack. I'm not even at the end of the pack. There's like not that much to talk about because I'm not at the end of the pack. So yeah. So if you're starting out in this pack or you're in the middle pack or whatever, and if you don't have enough resources and you can't progress to the next thing, well, quantity over quality. You know, if you don't have enough stars, build another sim hydro. You know, if you can't build a sim hydro, build another farm plot. Quantity over quality. Just get enough of it so you can, you know, get over that hump, and then you can progress. If you don't like that particular mod, you'll probably have to get into it for the start. You think I want to fight the Chaos Guardian? No, I don't. I just want to cheese it and get my shard so I can make the star, damn it. I want to build a sky factory, not play a pack that'll rip my face off. So yeah, anyway. So going back to star, go back to here, go back to here, go back to here. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Sure, you have to plunk hours upon hours in order to get up to this point, you know. And ultimate singularity, it's not that bad. Come on, it's not that bad. It's only 25,000 bronze ingots. It's not, you know, it's not like Project Ozone, so it's not grindy bad. So at this point, you should have the stuff and the ability to set up automated processes. So spend the time and get it done. And then, you know, just do the things that can do the work for you, you know, such as the bees, the mystical agriculture, the geores, the automated hammer and sieving. And, you know, if you find an exploit, go ahead and use it. It's fine by me. Use an auto clicker on your sieving. You can do that. So cool. Even the quest tells you to use an auto clicker. So yeah, those are the tips and tricks that I have for all the mods 10 to the sky. Obviously, it's not all the tips and tricks that you can use that I can think of right now. So if you have any tips and tricks that you can that you have on all the mods 10 to the sky, just comment section below. leave it right there, and let everyone know about your way of playing all the mods 10. So keep that in mind. Everybody has their own play style. You don't see me mention your play style is because it's your play style. So you play how you want, and I play how I want. And remember, things change in the mod pack. So if I talk about something that's not in the pack, or it's been changed, or it's been added to the pack that you can have that's an option, well, just keep that in mind. Things change. So yeah, 8 months down the line, I want to hear you say, it's like, oh, did you know about this thing that you can do early in the pack that makes your life so much easier? Well, just remember, it's 8 months later, so keep that in mind. So anyway, yeah, this has been my tips and tricks video currently for this current mod pack version. So if you have a tip and trick, leave a comment section below. Subscribe for even more because I have videos, the entire series of this All the Mods 10 pack to the sky. And yeah, subscribe. You want to see more. And like the video if you like it. And I'll see you next time.